All right, guys, look, there are some things that guys continually do that turns women off. These are things that I did. Honestly, it's funny. Making this video, I started thinking back in my life, and the hardest things to accept is when you mess something up. It's one thing for a woman not to like you back. It's another thing for you to do something that makes you look like a goofball and that completely messes up your chances, and then you don't notice what that is. The worst thing is messing up and not knowing you're messing up. That honestly, and that was my life growing up. So hopefully you watching this video could help you almost like pinpoint why is it that you might be turning off some women. All right, so the first one is this, is being too twitchy, like everything is like twitchy, quick, right? So that means you respond fast, you talk fast, you move fast, right? Hyperactivity. Women are more seduced by the softness, soft moving objects like cats, right? By the way, people, don't forget we're having 50% off all of my courses. That means you guys can purchase Dark Game. And honestly, I talk about this in Dark Game, people. This is one of those topics that I do talk about how to move around women, how to talk around women, your tone of voice. So if you want to purchase it and give my courses a try, like Nice Guy or or Dark Game or Charisma Blueprint or Emotional Mastery, you could purchase them using the coupon code MINDFUL and get 50% off the original price. And that coupon code ends in 10 days, people. Do that or else I'm closing the channel. So this is something that women are more seduced by the slowness, slow moving objects, right? Babies, fucking cats, all that kind of stuff. Women don't like fast, twitchy movement. Makes them nervous, right? So it's always best to just learn to adapt. If there's one person for you guys to imitate, is The Godfather. The Godfather is really the best example of moving at your own pace. Or Paulie from Goodfellas. Those are two examples. Or I was gonna say Michael Corleone, but I prefer The Godfather because The Godfather has more of a nurturing type of vibe. So that quick, twitchy, freaking creepy stuff, you guys gotta cut it out and just move slower. Imitate a cat. Cats are your best friends. Dogs are the last thing you want to imitate, unless you want to imitate a Doberman, right? There are dog personality trait. There are dog personality types that you can adapt. Like a fucking Chihuahua. If you start acting like a Chihuahua, then don't tell people you watch my channel. Okay, tell them you watch something else. All right, but the personality of a fucking pit bull, that's like some Puerto Rican type of personality. Not that. Okay, go with the Dobermans, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that's one thing. Now the other one is losing your control. When let's just say you're on your way to catch a flight and you're missing your flight, you get mad and you pound or you hit a wall, right? Honestly, women are very aware and very observant when you're stressed. They pay attention to guys when a bad situation is happening that's outside of your control. Women pay attention. I'm telling you, man. Women are like fucking with their little taking notes. Like they do that kind of stuff. Keep your cool under tense pressure. And the way you develop that cool is through a meditation practice. A meditation practice will teach you how to not overreact to events. I don't want to explain too deeply about the meditation practice, but you guys can purchase the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. You guys can go to a 10-day Vipassana retreat. Guys, if you guys want to get hotter, I may make a video about this tomorrow, man. But if there's one thing that a guy could do to make themselves look more attractive, it's go to a Vipassana retreat. I swear to God. After I went to a Vipassana retreat, guys, I hate to tell you guys that getting spiritual gets you spiritual baddies, but you do. Like, after I finished that retreat, people, every girl that I've been on a date with, not every girl, but almost every girl, well, not almost every girl, you want to be very specific, but there's been a huge noticeable difference in women calling me back after the first date. And I don't know what I'm doing differently. All I know is that doing that meditation relaxed me. And by you practicing meditation, it actually fixes the first problem, being too twitchy, like not like reacting quickly, just relaxing. All right, because a lot of times you guys don't know how you're coming across. You might be creeping a girl out and you don't even notice because you think you're cool, right? So losing your control. When there's a stressful moment, remember the girl's looking at you. When the waitress is gets the wrong order, that girl is looking at you, how you react to her, because how you react to that waitress is how you're gonna react to her. When you fail a test, or when somebody cuts you in line, or all that kind of stuff, women are paying attention. So when there's pressure, when she's getting nervous, don't get nervous, relax, and you'll notice how women find that more attractive. The next one is, the next thing you don't want to do around another woman is talking bad about your ex. Like, honestly, women don't like guys talking bad about women. Women are always on women's side. All right, so don't talk bad about your ex. If she was a 300-pound gorilla and she was fucking abusive and that kind of stuff, try your best to describe her as a good person. I'm telling you, it only gives you good points, man. I'm telling you, man. Talking bad about an ex for both sexes it's not a good sign. The next one is embarrassing her in front of her friends and family. First of all, if you embarrass her, if you're disrespectful towards her, towards other waitresses and people, you're going to be on a date with a woman, and a woman is going to observe you interact with strangers, kids, and with people below you, even animals, right? You have to treat them well. I know it sounds crazy. It might sound simpy to some people, but the way you treat, if you are somebody who talks, who disrespects like waitresses, people who let's just say they're late with their order and you have a right to be mad. Like learning to relax, guy, is so important. I never had this problem, but I coach women because I have a channel for women, and they even tell me that they've been turned off so many times by guys just being disrespectful to waitresses. And to me, it blows my mind how obvious that is. Like, why would you be disrespectful to a waitress when you're in front of a girl you just met? But it blows my mind how often that happens, that I have to just bring this up. It blows my mind. So, and the next one is, and this was my mistake, people. I'm gonna be honest with you. Is being offensive, cursing a lot, and just having edgy jokes. When you don't know the girl, be careful with the jokes you say, and be careful how you choose to be edgy around her. I prefer you not to be edgy at all when you first meeting the girl. Especially if you're the type of person that is always in the habit of saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. That was me. I still do to some degree, right? But you can't be the type of person that she feels that she can't bring around her families and friends because you might say something that'll embarrass her. Maybe you have no filter and you're proud of having no filter. Guys, women have more filters than men, and women are more sensitive to guys who have no filter. That is not attractive to a woman. Like, yeah, maybe when you're young, sure, but I am telling you, it's off-putting to curse a lot and to just be super edgy around a woman. And we all know what that edgy is. We kind of have a sense of it, Whatever you think is cancel culture could be edgy. Women are sensitive. Unless you're talking to a conservative woman who could take a joke, most women are liberals. And because of that, if you want to get that liberal poom, now if you guys don't give a fuck, that's totally fine, right? Much respect to you. I used to, do that too. But I started noticing that I was also losing friends because of it. And you might say those are fake friends. No, it's not. Some people are less. There are some people who you may have had in your life who you could have been really good friends with, but because they didn't give you a chance because you said something that could have offended them, right? Because again, most people who watch this channel, most likely you're not liberal, and most likely you might be more on the center or right leaning side. So guys like us who are more unfiltered, we encounter that problem of just talking too much and saying the wrong thing. So just learn to talk less, which goes into this point and this happens to me, is interrupting and talking over her. Like, again, women like to talk. Shut the fuck up. I mean, I'm not, shut up. Like, the more you talk, the more things you'll say that's going to offend her. In the beginning, all you got to build is trust. In the first few dates, all you're building is trust. You're not showing her your full personality. You're just building trust. And one of the number one ways to lose trust is saying the wrong things. Just be quiet and listen to her. I know you might have interesting things to say, but I can promise you, to her, there is nothing that you could say that's more interesting than what she has to say. And also talking fast, right? When you talk too fast around a woman, That is a turn off. Learn to speak more slowly. That's why I said The Godfather is such a perfect example. So we talked about, I talked in terms of like embarrassing her in front of her friends and family. This is all of that I just said was one. Talking too fast, being offensive, being vulgar, saying thinking that you have no filter and thinking that people have to accept you no matter how you are. Guys, there's a game to play. And the game to play is learning how to present a polite front in the beginning. And then slowly you could bring up your anti-feminist jokes. For example, like one of my favorite sexist jokes is why don't you give a woman a watch? Because there's a clock on the stove. All right. The next one is blatantly flirting with the opposite sex. Blatantly flirting with other women. It doesn't look cool when you flirt with women in front of her. It looks cool when they flirt with you. Yeah. You make sure that if you're gonna be talking to a woman, make it polite. If there's gonna be some flirtations happening, make sure that she's the one that flirts with you and not the opposite way around, so that she can see that. And another thing is that when you're just meeting a girl, and this is the mistakes that I used to make. Don't look at other women. Don't be too obvious checking out other women. It doesn't make her feel insecure. She doesn't know you yet to turn insecurity into liking. What that might do is that might just turn her off. I'm telling you guys, this is actually real shit, man. The next one is never express how you feel when you're angry or feeling desperate around her. Never. If you could, take a day or two to not say that, because I could promise you, you're gonna say the wrong thing. I'm telling you, man. You're gonna say the wrong thing. You're gonna fuck it up. You're gonna have her running from the hills, right? If you're feeling desperate or needy or angry, like let's just say she's late and you're really angry. I notice in my life, women could tell that I'm angry. And again, there's nothing wrong with anger. What women don't like is petty anger. Anger that's like petty, right? So that type of stuff, like she's being late, like for example, that gets me mad. That's one of the things that get me mad. So what I've learned is to suck it up, honestly. Like even though I'm mad that she's mad, and I'm mad that she's late, I learned that holding it in and relaxing through a meditation process and a practice proves to her, it doesn't make you look like a simp. I'm not kidding with you, man. It just shows you to her that you have patience. Nothing's worse than a man who has no patience in front of a woman. Like honestly, like that turns women off. So that's one thing. Showing your anger, showing your desperateness, and showing your lack of impatience through expressing it, it's never good. Like saying, "God damn, what's the goddamn train coming?" She's like, "Oh my god." Like like snapping. No, like learn to relax. It's a positive trait. The next one is calling her by another woman's name. People, don't do that. And you're gonna make that mistake. You're gonna make that mistake if you just got out of a relationship. And the last one is treating people bad. It goes to the first point. It's just treating people badly, being and having a snobby attitude, like going like that to waitresses, treating waitresses bad, treating animals bad. Not like honestly, you guys might not believe it, but the way that the world is going today, looking like a saint is your most attractive trait. I'm not even kidding. Even if even if you might be the biggest asshole, looking like a saint, looking progressive, women find that attractive. I'm sorry. Like looking progressive and not expressing certain political beliefs, at least in the beginning, is better off to hold those conversation off after like the third date. Like make that the sex version of men. Talking about politics. Never talk about politics, especially if it disagrees with her. I understand that a lot of you guys are listening to me and you guys are saying that sounds like you're accommodating to her. You know what? Go ahead and give that a try. In this climate, we have to learn to adjust. Before I wouldn't mind telling women that I supported Trump, but there comes certain points that you just got to keep to yourself because of certain climates. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, guys. Anyway, so these are seven things that you should never do around a woman. All right. If you guys ever want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org. Don't forget 50% off all of my courses using the coupon code MINDFUL. And I'll see you guys later. And let me know in the comment sections what are other things that you shouldn't do around a woman.